Welcome to Midco Arena. An electric crowd here in Briarwood as the Infinity are undefeated so far this season, hoping to capitalize on how good they look on paper. There you see Denatenius. He will lead the tip-off against the Tannerford Blazers tonight, live from Midco Arena. It's won back by the Infinity, and Makarov will start us off. 2 losses sit so far in the gameplay for the Blazers. They currently sit in 3rd place. Davies blocked there by Gilgis Alexander. They've been electric on offense as their JaVale McGee puts one up, and an excellent start as they lead the Infinity 2-0. Timofey Davies over to Makarov, looking to compare size there, and he'll go to the line for 2. Makarov. We've said it every week so far, this team with a chip on their shoulder after last season's loss in the semifinals. JaVale McGee inbounds to Monk. It's a 2-2 game. They remain the only team in the capital city to have never won a title in their respective sport. Gilgis Alexander over to McGee, and he's fouled on the play by Denatenius. Will go to the line for 2. First one up for McGee. Bounces in and out of the rim. And he'll put a second one up to make up for the first. Shot for McGee. This one falls in. It's a 3-2 lead for the Blazers. Blazers wearing black. They are in the second of a 3-game road stretch. Ball inbounded there to Timofey Davies, going around underneath the basket, and he's blocked there again. 2 shots up. None of them reach the basket. Monk, guarded by Montgomery Nelson, takes a deep shot. This one bounces wide, and Johnson touches the ball for the first time this evening. Montgomery Nelson. Back to Makarov. Offense so far not clicking for this Briarwood offense. Denatenius on the spin. Great start, and they finally have a lead, 4-3. Gilgis Alexander, guarded by Timofey Davies. Rings around, Davies stays on him, but back deep is Monk, and it's blocked. That pass by Montgomery Nelson. It'll retain in possession of Tannerford. And now McGee to inbound. Looking for a man in the corner. He's got Shy, Gilgis Alexander. Back to Barnes, guarded by Johnson. 6 on the clock. Now guarded by Denatenius. Great shot. Great pass there, I should say, to JaVale McGee, and he slams this one down to reclaim the lead for Tannerford. Welcome to Briarwood. This game is underway. An undefeated Infinity squad faces off against the Tannerford Blazers. Blazers 2 losses to their name this season. They currently sit in 3rd place. Denatenius now carrying the ball for the Infinity. 7 on the clock. It's Johnson going down low, hoping to match up, unable to do so against Barnes. Story of this season, other than the undefeated streak going so far for the Infinity, they currently sit top of the table and are looking to avenge that semifinals loss last season. Many thought they should have won. They entered the playoffs in 1st place, and they still remain the only team in the capital city to have never won a title in their respective sport. McGee now. The ball for Tannerford. Back to Monk, who's guarded by Montgomery Nelson. 3 on the clock. Shot there. Up high. Bounces in and out, and Johnson gets the rebound. Now back to Montgomery Nelson, carrying it down the court and double-teamed as he looks to enter, but he gets his own rebound. Denatenius. Back to Davies. Denatenius. Back to Makarov. Deep 3. This one doesn't go, and it's picked up by Monk for the rebound. It's still a 0-0 game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Montgomery Nelson loosely. And gets one on Denatenius as he puts the first points up on a low slam. Davies with the ball for the Infinity. Tossing back to Denatenius. This offense has been so good this season so far, but nothing clicking so far in this game. Ball fumbled by Johnson. Monk picks it up again. Double teamed there. Out to the corner for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes a deep 2. Fouled on the play in the act of shooting. And he'll take 2 from the line as it's a 2-0 lead so far for Tannerford. Shai drains the first one. Misses the second one. Looked like it was square on, but it bounced off the rim. And it's 3-0. Denatenius looking to get the first points for Briarwood. Tosses it back there to Makarov. Johnson. No help. Finally gets some from Makarov. Carries it down low. Puts it up himself. Nothing going. As Johnson, cold to start this one. Monk now carrying it down off his third rebound. Off of 3 straight either missed shots or turnovers by Johnson, and now a foul by Denatenius, will put Gilgeous-Alexander back at the line. Now sits 2 for 3. It's a 4-0 game in favor of Tannerford. 5-0, and Denatenius will inbound to Makarov. Tannerford coming off a road loss last week to Rodenton. This is the second in a 3-game road stretch as Makarov puts one up and will go to the line as he looks to put 3 points on the board in the first scoring possession for Briarwood. Fyodor Makarov. Been very good from the line this season. Perfect in this game so far. Inbound to Gilgeous-Alexander. Great start for him on the Tannerford side. Tosses over to JaVale McGee. Guarded well by Denatenius. Looking to go to the outside. Murray. Off the screen. Alley-oop blocked by Makarov. Will go back the other way. And so now Johnson looking to get something finally done. And still unable to do so. As he's blocked there. And now he has 3 straight misses and a turnover. Gilgeous-Alexander over to Barnes. Guarded by Davies. Timofey Davies now. Barnes finally moves. 7 seconds on the clock. And still isolated with Davies. Finally able to get a shot over Denatenius. But this is blocked and picked up by Denatenius. As Makarov will go back the other way and slam this down with one hand. Tie game 5-5. As Fyodor Makarov has every single point for this home team Briarwood Infinity. Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Davies. Unable to pick up on the screen, but he slams it down. As he fakes out Denatenius, as now it's a 7-5 lead for the Blazers. Makarov. Back to Denatenius. Davies. Over to Johnson, looking to redeem himself for the poor start so far. Over to Makarov. Makarov looking to split the defense, unable to do so. Denatenius now. An aggressive foul for McGee, and a flagrant 1 called on JaVale McGee. As Denatenius will go to the line. Not known as a free throw shooter, he misses that one. Second one is up, and this one falls. So 7-6 now. Possession remains with Briarwood off the flagrant foul called on JaVale McGee. He still guards Denatenius. Jason Tatum now in the game for the Infinity. Makarov. Looking to challenge down low. Unable to do. Johnson. Back out to Makarov. Jason Tatum. Deep 3. In and out. 7-6 retains the lead for the Blazers as Herter now. Guarded by Johnson. Has done all right on defense. Struggled on offense so far. Deep 3 from Mitchell. Bounces off. And Makarov picks it up to go back the other way. Denatenius now. Going down low against JaVale McGee. Puts one up. This one blocked well by McGee. Off the glass and did not go in. 7-6 remains the score. Monk. Guarded by Johnson. Blocked again. This time by Denatenius. Makarov. Down low is Christopher. Puts up a shot, nothing going off the hook shot. Picked up back the other way. 14 seconds remain in the quarter. Herter. Over to Monk, guarded by Makarov. Herter. Guarded by Christopher. Mitchell. Shot well guarded by Tatum. And Makarov rebounds to end the quarter in a score of 7-6, a very low-scoring quarter. But a first quarter lead as we enter the second in favor of the Tannerford Blazers. Ball inbounded to Gilgeous Alexander. Guarded by Christopher. Over to Herter. Herter. Back out to Lyles. Steps over the line and takes a deep two. Nothing going. Johnson. Recuperating from the first quarter. He's open. Doesn't shoot, now guarded well. Off the screen, Johnson, deep three. This one does not fall. Herter, rebound. Gilgeous Alexander. Takes it down low. Over Lofton. Puts two up, and it's 9-6 as the score finally changes. Williams. Back to Christopher. Looking to get something going on offense. Great screen there. Takes it himself. Blocked well. Lofton Jr. with the rebound. Deep three for Williams. Another rebound for Lofton Jr. as he puts this one up and is fouled. And he'll go to the line. Excellent offensive possession for Lofton Jr. as he takes two from the line. First one bounces off the rim. Second one is up. Second one is good. It's a 9-7 game as Tannerford retains the lead. Gilgeous Alexander now. Guarded by Christopher, has an open lane. Takes a deep two. And it falls 11-7. Tatum. Carrying it down low. Toss it back to Christopher. Christopher takes it himself. Up. Guarded well. Gilgeous Alexander back the other way. Herter. Guarded by Montgomery Nelson. They have a 4-point lead. Lofton Jr. Up on Lyles. Lyles unable to get that three to fall. Well guarded. Lofton Jr. down low. This one guarded well the other way as Barnes gets the rebound and it's back in possession of Tannerford. Montgomery Nelson. Briarwood defense all over the place as Gilgeous Alexander will carry this one himself over Lofton Jr. It's a 13-7 lead. As miscommunication seems to be the name of the game with the Infinity as they look a lot weaker than they have so far this season. Down 6 with 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Inbound to Makarov. Looking to spark some offense for this Briarwood front. Looking to get past JaVale McGee. Not able to do so. Great defense by McGee. Barnes. Back the other way. Herter. Guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Gilgeous Alexander for three. Gets this one to fall, and it's 16-7, a 9-point lead. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the largest deficit that Briarwood has faced so far this season. Makarov. Down low, carrying it himself. This one not falling, but he gets it himself. And Montgomery Nelson now deep. Carrying this one low. Finally gets this one to fall, and points are finally on the board for Briarwood. 16-9. Gilgeous Alexander with 2 minutes to go in the half. Guarded by Davies. He's been the spark plug for this Tannerford offense. Barnes. Pressured by Tatum. Moves over to Murray. Down low to Herter. Herter, 4 on the clock. Guarded well, but a shooting foul called on Makarov as a great offensive move made by Herter. Puts himself on the line. First one falls. It's an 8-point lead. Second one falls. 9-point lead. Davies carrying it down now for the infinity. Takes it himself. Another foul on the opposite end. This time, Herder is called himself, and Davies goes to the line. Timothy Davies gets the first one to fall. Second one falls. Lead cut to 7. 1:42 to play. Herder carries this one down on the inbound. Montgomery Nelson on defense. Herder beats him. Takes a deep 2. This one bounces off the rim and taken back now by Makarov. Guarded well by McGee. Takes it himself. Doesn't fall. McGee, great defense. Chip on his shoulder from the flagrant. Murray down low beats the defense as it's another 9-point lead off a two-handed slam by Murray. Davies over to Johnson, looking to split the defense. Gets down low. Great defense there. Back to Tatum. Davies. Calling for Makarov. Screen by Makarov. Makarov down low. Great shot. Swatted by McGee. Tatum looks to charge. Gets a one-handed slam over the defense. 7-point lead. 51 seconds. Herder. Guarded by CMN. Monk beats the defense. JaVale McGee now slams one down. And you have to wonder what is going on defensively for this Briarwood squad. Makarov. Lead is 9. Tatum takes it himself again. Two-handed slam. His second straight. Cuts the lead back down to 7 with 36 seconds on the clock and a half. Monk. Guarded by Davies. JaVale McGee looking to beat Makarov. Drops it to Herder. Herder beats Makarov and carries this in. 24 seconds on the clock, no shot clock, and a 9-point lead for Tannerford. Tatum looking to expire the clock with some points. Makarov. Back to Davies. Tatum. Back to Davies. Deep 3 from Davies doesn't go, and 7 seconds remain on the clock as Herder looking to get some more points on the board for Tannerford. Last second shot blocked by Montgomery Nelson as it's a 9-point lead, 24-15 in favor of the Blazers as we enter halftime. The largest deficit that this Briarwood team has faced all season. Looking to retain their perfect record. It's never been done. As we will enter the second half very soon after these messages. There you see the schedule coming up for the Infinity. And a great start by these Blazers. With a win, they could move up to second place. We're back from Midco Arena. It's 24-15, the score in favor of the visiting Tannerford Blazers. We start the third quarter very shortly. There you see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Man of the half. He inbounds now for the Blazers. Guarded by Davies. Davies beaten on defense as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander able to drop this one, and now an 11-point lead. Johnson and Davies have struggled on defense for Briarwood. Montgomery Nelson now down low. This one falls. Lead cut back down to single digits. Shai with the ball. Guarded again by Davies. Blocked. Montgomery Nelson. Deep 2. This one falls. 7-point lead. Inbound to Barnes. Guarded by Johnson. Over to Gilgeous-Alexander, one-on-one with Davies. Has beat him so far all game as Davies is called for a reach-in foul. And JaVale McGee will inbound from the right side of the basket, guarded now by Denatenius. Ball inbounded low to Murray. Guarded by Makarov. McGee now. Over to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one-on-one. Takes a deep 2. his first miss from that range. As it's back the other way now for Davies, looking to capitalize. Down low, guarded well by McGee, and a great block by McGee. He has had an excellent defensive game, and now Monk with possession for Tannerford. Looking to get around Johnson. Johnson recovers. Deep three from Barnes. This one falls. 10-point lead for Tannerford. Inbound to Makarov. Montgomery Nelson looking to go low. Does. Cuts the lead back down to 8. Shy. Carrying it down for the Blazers. Looking to beat Davies. Does. And he is just unstoppable, as something defensively needs to be changed for this Briarwood defense. Makarov. Down low. Charges himself. Gets it in there. Continues to cut this lead back to 8. 3 minutes to go in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander again on Davies. Now double teamed with Makarov. In the corner for Murray. Murray doesn't get this one to fall. Maybe that's the move. Makarov double teaming on Shy Gilgeous-Alexander. Johnson looking to go down low. Puts his first points up and makes up for a failed first half. Johnson finally on the board for Briarwood. Lead cut down to 6. Monk for the Blazers. Timeout called by Tannerford, as some kind of electricity sparking for this Briarwood Infinity offense. Changes made for the Infinity. Denatenius guarding McGee. Inbounded to Gilgeous-Alexander, who's now guarded by Christopher, who blows his first defensive play against Gilgeous-Alexander. And Shy continues with 11 points. 22 points. Johnson, down low, slams it, continues his offense. Delquarius Johnson back in this one. He has 4 now off the left-handed slam. Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Christopher, has been burning his defenders all game. Has space. Down low. Shot missed, but a rebound. McGee looking to do it himself again, and does. Missed the slam, and it's an 8-point lead off of his own rebounded layup. Johnson, back to Denatenius. Looking to go low. Johnson is there. Another slam by Johnson. He is making up for it. Delquarius Johnson has 6. Inbound to Gilgeous-Alexander. Johnson. Halfway between his man and Gilgeous-Alexander. A double team now. Pass picked up. And Johnson back the other way. As it's 8 now. 3 straight slams by Delquarius Johnson. As it's only a 4-point lead for the Blazers. Excellent defensive plays by Briarwood. McGee now. Back to Murray. Has Makarov with space. Barnes from deep. Doesn't get this one to fall. Montgomery Nelson. Makarov. Johnson hoping to cut this lead to 2. Back to Makarov. Down low. Makarov slips through the defenders and slams it down, and the lead now just 2. This Briarwood team is back in it. Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Christopher. Guarded alone by Christopher. Montgomery Nelson finally there for some support. 3 by Monk. This one falls. Nobody on him. So that was the written play. Johnson now carrying down with a 5-point deficit. Denatenius down low. Gets the 2 ball to fall from the paint. 3-point lead. Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Christopher. Over to Barnes. Guarded well by Johnson. 33 seconds on the clock. Over to Murray. Monk takes a 3 that doesn't fall. Makarov rebounds. No shot clock. Denatenius was down low, but the ball's intercepted, and Barnes will go back the other way now. Looking to extend this lead. Down low is McGee, and a foul on the play called on Denatenius. JaVale McGee from the line. First one doesn't fall. It's a 3-point lead with 12.6 on the clock in the third quarter. Great quarter showing to cut this deficit for Briarwood. McGee can't get that one to fall. Both of them miss. is now down the side with 9 seconds. Montgomery Nelson. That one swatted away. And the quarter will end there off the deep ball from Gilgeous-Alexander. 3-point lead, but Briarwood will retain possession going into the fourth quarter. They cut the lead from 11 to 3, hoping to continue that momentum. As there you see the State Farm assist of the game. Lofton Jr. in the game now to inbound to Makarov. Makarov looking to split the defense. Christopher, guarded by Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Makarov. Deep 2. This one falls, and it's a 1-point lead. The closest this game has been since the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander looking to beat his man, Christopher. Shai so slippery on the ball. Lofton Jr. unable to get there either. And Shai has 24. 3-point lead. Makarov going down low, takes it himself. Finishes with the two-handed layup. Deficit back down to 1. Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Christopher. Lofton Jr. helping out. Double team there. Down low to Lyles. Tatum. Forced to guard twice, but the shot doesn't go. Montgomery Nelson looking to take the lead now. Tatum. Called for a charge on the play, and the crowd is not happy about that one. Jason Tatum called for a charge in the lane, and the ball will go back the other way as the lead stays 1 point. Lofton Jr. double teaming Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low to Lyles. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Deep 3-ball. Taken, and it's a 4-point lead. Montgomery Nelson now. Gets that basket to fall, but a shooting foul called on the play. And he puts this one up off the board, almost intentionally, but the ball accidentally carried out of bounds by Denatenius. It's a 2-point lead. 3 minutes, 34 seconds, inbounded to Duarte. Guarded by Tatum. Over to Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded well by Montgomery Nelson, beats him. And still damage being done by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 26 points. Down low is Tatum. Finds Denatenius. Deep 2-ball. In and out. Rebounded well by Lyles. Tatum looking to swat that one away. Shot doesn't fall. It's a 4-point lead for the Blazers. Makarov down low on Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't get that one to fall, but gets his own rebound. Now Montgomery Nelson. Shot of his own from the side. Gets that one to fall from the side of the paint. And it's a 2-point lead. Inbound to Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Montgomery Nelson, and a timeout taken by the Blazers as they retain a 2-point lead with 2:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. An excellent game here at the Midco Arena in Briarwood. McGee looking for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low for Davies. Monk guarded by Montgomery Nelson now. Left high point of the key. Looking to go low. Takes a shot over Montgomery Nelson. As that one fumbled, and Makarov throws it out of bounds to retain possession for the Blazers. McGee with 14 on the clock. Back to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. McGee down low. Over to Murray. 5 to shoot. Barnes, guarded by Johnson. Makarov now on the defense. Pokes it away. Denatenius back to Montgomery Nelson. Looking to take the lead. Makarov. Can't beat the defender. Montgomery Nelson from the top of the key. Rips a 3-ball. Doesn't go. McGee with the rebound. Monk back the other way. Guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Ball tipped. Gets the rebound. Stolen there. Davies down the side. Guarded by Gilgeous-Alexander. Great defense He has been so good in this one. Guarded by Makarov. Back to Murray. 1:35 to play. 2-point lead. Tannerford with possession. Down there, swatted away, but a foul called on Montgomery Nelson. And Barnes will go to the line. First one is good. A 3-point lead. Second one up. Second one in. 4-point lead. 47-43 is the score. Drops this one back to Denatenius. Down low, guarded by McGee. Takes it himself. Guarded well by McGee. He has been unreal on that defensive side of the ball. Murray carries this one out of bounds. Great defense there by Johnson. Infinity. Down 4, 1:13 to play. Johnson. Back to Montgomery Nelson. Carries it himself, takes it himself, and cuts the lead to 2 with 1:07 to go. This crowd in Briarwood on their feet. A perfect season on the line as Gilgeous-Alexander carries it back the other way now for the Blazers. On him is Denatenius. Deep 2 ball taken, deep 2 ball made. Gilgeous-Alexander has 28 points as Johnson carries it down now. Makarov. Back to Johnson. Johnson looking to beat the defender. Puts one up. That one doesn't fall. Down to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball stolen by Montgomery Nelson. Breakaway for Johnson. Johnson puts one up, slams it down, 31 seconds, and it's a 2-point game. Crowd biting their nails, crowd on their feet. Ball inbounded to Monk. And he is fouled by Montgomery Nelson. Monk at the line. 2-point lead. First one good. 3-point lead. 27 seconds on the clock. Second one up. That one falls. Denatenius inbounds to Johnson. Davies. Looking to go low. Does. Foul on the play by Shy Gilgeous-Alexander. And a 3-point play opportunity to put them within 1. Davies. Shot falls. 1-point game. 22 on the clock. Inbounded to Shy Gilgeous-Alexander. And he'll go to the line for 2. First one is up. First one is good. 2-point game. Second one is up. 3-point game. 21 seconds. Timeout taken. Perfect season on the line. Montgomery Nelson. Out to Makarov. Deep 3 ball. This one doesn't fall. Gilgeous-Alexander will go back to the line. Makarov couldn't get that one to fall. First one up. First one is good. 4-point game. 12 seconds on the clock. 5-point game. "12 seconds. Davies. Looking for the ball. He's out to the side. Takes a deep 3 ball. This one, not able to go. Rebounded. Kept alive by Makarov. Puts it up. 6 seconds on the clock. 3-point game. Almost certainly in Tannerford's grasp. But Denatenius will do his best to guard as it's down for Gilgeous-Alexander. He's fouled on the play. And with 5.5, we'll go to the line. First one good. He's been well from the line in the latter half of this game. Puts one up. It's back to 5 points. Inbound to Johnson. Down to Makarov. No. Pass is intercepted. Gilgeous-Alexander will carry this one. And the perfect season no more, but an excellent game. Briarwood remains in first place with a single loss, and with just 2 losses, now moving up to second place, are the Tannerford Blazers. 57-52, the final here from Midco Arena. An excellent game played on both ends of the court by both squads. But the player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, upwards of 30 points, led this team to success tonight, hoping to lead them to their first title in nearly 70 years. For Briarwood Infinity Basketball, we will see you next week. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you very, very soon.